What's up, Soul Survivors? Peace and Grease here, and today I want to talk about Fallout 4's biggest problem. Now, from the beginning, I was pretty vocal about my dislike of this game, even going so far as to say it's one of the worst Fallout games we've had when compared to good Fallout games like Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Now, let me be clear here. If you enjoy Fallout 4, if you like it, by all means play it and have fun, game on. My opinion of it shouldn't impact that, okay? In fact, I'll even add that I don't think that on its own, Fallout 4 is a bad game. It's just not a good game. It's kind of a meh, kind of a mediocre game. Now, Fallout 4 has a laundry list of problems. It's horrendous dialogue options. It's bad writing. It's hyperfixation on this clunky, unfinished settlement building system. Consider this. Your character goes from this rage-filled individual seeking vengeance for their killed spouse and to reclaim their child. Next scene is your character collecting aluminum cans for a settlement for people they don't even know. Yeah, the narrative falls apart pretty damn quickly. And see, I don't play Fallout for a Sims experience. I play Fallout for a Fallout experience. And that's not what I got with this hyper-fixated settlement building system. Now, if you doubt this for even a second, all you need to do is look at the DLC. The majority of the DLC for this game was all hyper-focused on the settlement building system, that clunky, unfinished system. Automatron, which was sold as a real, quote, DLC, was still hyper-fixated on the settlement building system. Now, that left us with two DLCs, Nuka World and Far Harbor. Nuka World, it has its own problems. Don't get me wrong, the idea of a theme park in Fallout sounds amazing. The issue is how it was implemented. You see, players pointed out that unlike Fallout 3 and New Vegas, you can't do a purely evil playthrough in Fallout 4. And they were right. So to remedy that, Bethesda added the Nuka World DLC. But there was an issue. You see, after the game forced you time and time and time again via quests to engage with this clunky, unfinished settlement building system, you now had to surrender them after you spent your time and resources on them to the raiders. Well, who wants to do that after spending their time and resources on a settlement? Just give it up for free. Nobody. That's why most people go into Nuka World guns blazing, and I don't blame them. Now, Far Harbor, on the other hand, was the complete opposite. That showed some of that old Bethesda magic. Fallout 4 Far Harbor was amazing. It was the best part of Fallout 4. I loved it. Now, with the exception of Dima's memories, which I won't get into that here, but I do wish Fallout 4 was just Fallout Far Harbor the game, because it was amazing. It definitely showed some of that old Bethesda magic. Now, with that being said, none of this is even the biggest problem with Fallout 4. I know. The biggest problem with Fallout 4 is the implementation of the Legendary system. And I know that's going to surprise somebody, or many of you. It surprised me, because if you'd asked me like 6-7 years ago, I would have told you that the Legendary system was awesome. But at some point I came to an epiphany. You see, the unique weapons and armor in a Fallout game were a staple. They drove players to these distant, unique locations against these unique enemies, with these unique quests, unique stories, unique characters, to get some of the best weapons and armor in the game. The uniques. Now, in Fallout 4, the uniques have been relegated to the dustbin. I asked a group of Fallout 4 players once how many of them went back to get the Cry later. Most of them didn't bother. They had legendaries. Those that did were, quote, collectors. They went back, they got it, they used it once or twice, and threw it in a box to collect dust. That's the state of uniques in this game. And that's sad, because many of these unique weapons and armor actually told a story from the very beginning of Fallout to this day. So to see them relegated to a trash pile is sad. Now, there are potentially a couple of exceptions, like Spray and Pray and the Overseer's Guardian, for example. But if you get a good legendary drop, you don't even need those uniques. Consider, in one of my playthroughs, I got a legendary 2-shot handmade rifle. You know, the assault rifle from Nuka World. It was amazing. It took me through the game multiple times. I had zero problem with anything, with the exception of maybe ammo. having to, trying to find ammo. But that didn't take me long. The point is, if you get a good legendary drop, you don't need unique weapons. You don't need unique armor. Add to that, you can go to a workbench and you can make those legendary weapons and armor godly, far superior in most cases to the unique weapons and armor in this game. So going forward, my hope is, first of all, Bethesda dials back that damned settlement building system. Okay? Which, by the way, is still buggy as hell. If you fast travel from a settlement, it's going to tell you have 87 frickin' settlers with 2 beds and 1 food and no water or defenses. If you know, you know. Dial that back. Make it an optional thing on the side. Stop forcing players to, engage with it via quest after quest after quest after quest. Next, dial back the legendaries. Dial them back. They shouldn't be more powerful than unique weapons and armor. Dial it back. I don't mind the modifications because you could do that in New Vegas. So we can modify them. That's great. I don't have a problem with that. But for God's sakes, keep the uniques some of the best weapons and armor in the game. That way players are encouraged to go to these unique locations, engage with these unique characters or enemies and unique stories. And because the day that we lose those uniques, in my opinion, is a day that we lose a lot of Fallout stories. Because some of those weapons and armors have been part of the Fallout story from the beginning. To lose them, I think, would be to lose a little bit of Fallout. So, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Until next time, peace out.